Welcome back. President Trump is once again going after Canada. This time, he's threatening to block the opening of a new bridge that connects Windsor, Ontario, to Detroit. See it there on a map. The Gordie Howe International Bridge, named for the hockey great, has been under construction since 2018. Canada picked up the tab on the multi-billion-dollar project. The president, though, lashed out on social media overnight, saying he would block the bridge's opening over a range of economic issues and that the U.S. must be, quote, fully compensated for everything we've given them. Earlier, I spoke to the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, about all this. Take a listen. I wanted to start with your reaction to the president's threats to hold up this construction project.
Well, I find it ironic, Ed, that the president back in 2017 endorsed it and fast-tracked the project. So he was all in favor of it. And, this is going to be very, very beneficial for both sides of the border, especially the people in Michigan. There's going to be over 850,000 truck hours per year, if you want to say that. And every day that it's held up or closed, that's 2,339 truck hours sitting there idling. But it's going to hurt the economy in Michigan. It'll hurt Ontario. And this is all about politics. It's not about fact. And it's unfortunate, I should say, that he doesn't have the facts. And I'd be more than happy to give the facts. But I think I heard a little thing from Carolyn there. And unfortunately, his spokesperson doesn't have the facts either.
Well, let's hear from her first, because the White House was asked about this earlier today and tried to clarify the president's position. I'll have you respond to her on the flip side.
Right.
Let's take a listen.
The fact that Canada will control what crosses the Gordie Howe Bridge and owns the land on both sides is unacceptable to the president. It's also unacceptable that more of this bridge isn't being built with more American-made materials. He also believes that the U.S. should own at least half of the bridge, have shared authority over what passes across it, and participate in the economic benefits generated by its use.
Your response.
Well, it's totally inaccurate, word for word. Let's start off with first about we're going to determine what crosses the bridge. That's furthest from the truth. That's a split agreement between the U.S. and Canada. They're going to share that responsibility. And as for not using American labor, well, Canadians paid for the whole bridge, but in saying that, 25% of the bridge is made by American concrete, American steel, American workers. And then saying that we control both sides of the bridge is just so far from the truth. Matter of fact, the interchange was built with Michigan workers, Michigan concrete, Michigan steel, and they need to get their facts straight. And by the way, they're going to own Michigan. The agreement is that they own 50% of the bridge, and Canadians paid for it. So as a business person myself, I think that's a pretty good deal. But this is going to be one of the busiest bridges in North America, if not the busiest. There'll be $1 billion of goods going across the bridge, two-way trade on a daily basis. And all this is going to do is hurt the American economy, or hurt Michigan, hurt the Michigan workers. And keep in mind, President Trump only won Michigan by 1.4%. And there's going to be 13 Congress seats, 7 of which Republicans own. And I'll tell you one thing, they won't be too happy, their constituents, when they don't have a job. That's what it comes down to. You can't, I always say, Ed, we've been integrated for 200 years. And between people and businesses, you can't unscramble an egg. You got to make the omelet larger. And that's what we need to do. And both countries will be more prosperous. There'll be certainty, more jobs, more opportunities. And that's what this is all about, making sure both economies grow.
Back in 2017, the president did call this bridge a vital economic link when he signaled that he supported its construction. It's cost about $4.7 billion to construct, as you said, financed by the Canadian government, but will be co-owned by Canada and Michigan, designed to benefit both sides of the span. Do you have any sense of what it could do in the short term to delay the opening of the bridge?
Well, it would cost hundreds of millions of dollars of two-way trade, unfortunately, and there'll be trucks stuck on the other bridge. again, idling for 2,329 hours a day, by the way, every single day. So that is not a good thing for both economies. This is going to make sure that we prosper on both sides of the border. I always say, Ed, I love Americans. Canadians love Americans. And there's one person there causing a few issues. Let's move forward and grow both economies.
One of the things he pointed out in his message overnight is that Ontario continues to block the sale of U.S. alcoholic products on its shelves. It was you who famously banned the sale of American liquor and wine in response to the president starting this trade war last year. Is there any hope for Kentucky bourbon, California wine being sold on Ontario shelves again?
There's a lot of hope. All he has to do is get rid of the tariffs on Canada. That actually, a tariff on Canada is a tax on American people. They're feeling it in the U.S. Obviously, we feel it as well. We're the two greatest trading nations in the world. We're the U.S.'s #1 customer. No one buys more goods off the U.S. than Canadians, and vice versa, by the way. It's a great partnership. And Ontario alone is responsible for 9 million Americans waking up every morning to produce a product, a widget, or a service for Ontario. And that's just Ontario. That's not the rest of Canada. So it's really, really important that we continue to grow the trade. And when it comes down to tariffs, as Ronald Reagan said, protectionism does not work, and it will never work. And the people are feeling the crunch in the U.S. right now. We want to make sure everyone prospers.
Real quick, we got ahead of you in mixed doubles curling in the Olympics. How much is the U.S. going to beat Canada by in the men's hockey final?
Well, we're something. We're champions when it comes to hockey. You beat us. You beat us in baseball. So now we're going to have to have a little revenge on the hockey side. But this is great camaraderie back and forth. I can't tell you how many Americans are married to Canadians and Canadians married to Americans. It's in the millions. We've had a great relationship for 200 years, and we can't let one person destroy our relationship. And that one person will not destroy it. We'll keep moving forward and continue making sure both countries prosper.
Premier Doug Ford of Ontario, thank you for taking the time. Good to talk to you again.
Thank you. Great to talk to you too. And God bless America. God bless Canada. Thank you.